G'day, Grey Nomad here. Just thought I'd give you a brief look at the tracks I'm making around this place. This upside down stump is a marker for the head of the trail. And if we look down there, that's where it starts. This is one I did about 7 years ago. It was looking pretty sad, but I just refurbished it recently. Doesn't look too bad now. I still need to make it probably a bit wider and a bit flatter, but for the moment that'll do. Look down in there. That's kind of the reason why I want tracks, so I can just walk around the place. You can't just walk around down there. Now this track actually does go down there. Years ago I cut a big swathe through that lantana. And if we look here, there's my old track. You probably can't even see it as a track in this footage, because I did a pretty quick job and it's kind of overgrown. Like I said, that was 7 years ago. It's all overgrown now. But I'll refurbish it shortly. It goes all the way around there, and then it kind of zigzags a few times and goes down into that gully and right down the bottom of the gully. It's about probably 400 or 500 meters long. So about a week ago, I started on a new track, and it heads off down this way. And this is now another 100 odd meters. So now we're walking down the new part of the track. I've still got work to do here. Now I need to cut that log, for instance. There's a bit of chainsaw work to be done. In a lot of areas like this, which were not too bad to walk on, I really didn't do anything, because I want to try and get the whole loop at least usable, and then I'll come back on it and straighten it all out. I don't know if you can see that there, but there's wallaby tail trails there. The wallabies obviously like my handiwork as well. Sometimes I leave fallen logs in place because they make a handy step. There's other reasons for doing this. I mean, I want to be able to just wander around the place, sort of like I'm doing now, really. Or just as an aside, there's a small little gully there. I'm going to make a bridge, a bit of a footbridge for that. That'll be another construction video one day. I'll just duck under this spider web. No one hurt the little fella. Another reason for doing these tracks, if you look uphill there into the sun, that's the ridge that the Wallaby Ridge is named after. And that's where I'm cutting my fire breaks at the moment. But this track essentially makes another small fire break, and what I think I might be able to do one day, if you look at this grass, I can start a fire from this track. It'll rush up that hill pretty quick, but it'll hit my cleared area at the top and stop dead. So that'll give me another 20, 30, 40 meters of fire break on the top of the ridge. So much as I like to having these tracks just for the fun of it, there's also practical reasons for it as well. And if the fireys come here one day and they need to roam around with their fire lighters, they can do so without having to stumble over all the long grass and whatever. They can just run along these tracks and start fires. I mean, look at this grass. It burned like nobody's business. I'm nearly at the end of this new piece of track at the moment. We'll just wander down here. I'm going to stop, probably do another 8 or 10 meters today, and then I'll stop digging. I pull out the whippersnipper and I go and blaze a bit more trail through this grass. I need to sort of survey it first, see where I want to go. Then I'll cut the grass, so at least you'll be able to walk around without tripping over things. And then I'll probably get back, and what I'll probably do actually is I'll go back to that old 7-year-old track and finish refurbishing that. Here's the tools. This is where I stopped yesterday. I'm only going to go as far as this rocky outcrop here. Now this was supposed to be a spot to put a chair to sit in, a bit of a park bench or something, because this tree is beautiful shade. But it doesn't seem to be coming back after this winter. They do lose their leaves, and you can see some little bit of new growth just there. But I'm not sure it's coming back, so I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's so dry lately. But if it doesn't come back as a shade tree, then this is not much point having a park bench here, is there? You can see down into the gully again there. I've just started reworking on today's little project, an extra 10 metres or so of track. But also just thought of another practical reason for this track. I used to do, I don't even know what you call it, but running through the bush. Kind of, I don't know, parkours, or not orienteering, because I didn't really care where I went. I can't stand running around circles on an oval, but I don't mind running through the bush and jumping over logs and that sort of stuff. So I think this track will allow me to do that. So, of course, part of the reason for making the track is so you don't have to jump over logs, but I can now put in fake ones. You know, I can put in tyres to jump through and ropes to climb up and that sort of stuff. And that'll give me a bit of a fitness course that I can probably walk to start with and hopefully in time run around. So there are, like I said, practical reasons for this as well. I don't just do it for the fun of it. Oh well, I'm going to get back to it now. I've just done a couple of metres. I had this thought. So I'm going to get back to it now and we'll finish this off today. Grey Nomad out.